James Nordin, thanks so much for joining us. We're here up at Finchley today. A week or so's time, you're off to India for the first time. I think England have toured there in a number of years with the England physical disability side. How much are you looking forward to the trip?
Yeah, it's a really exciting trip for us. It's actually the first international cricket we've had the chance to play since 2019. India were the #1 side in the world back then and beat us in the final of the World Series we had in this country then. It's the first time we've, as a squad, have had a chance to tour India. So it's probably winning out there is probably the biggest challenge for any England team. So for us to get to go out there and take on one of the best sides in the world in our format of the game is a challenge that we're really excited about, and we're really looking forward to it.
Of course, you'll be heading over there with Sammy Kumar as well, your Middlesex disability teammate. How much are you looking forward to touring with Sam?
Yeah, it's his first. It's the first international competition Sammy's been selected for. He's worked really hard over the last few years, and from a personal point of view, having known him since he was 15, 16 years old, and to see the development he's made as an individual over the past 6, 7 years, both on and off the field, it's been really special to kind of see that, and I'm really excited to get out there with him, and he's got so much talent, and I can't wait for him to show everybody that on the international stage.
Looking at Middlesex's disability setup, you've been involved for a number of years yourself now. You mentioned Sam has. How much have you seen that squad and those squads develop over the time that you've been involved, James?
I think the squads bit is probably the strongest bit in terms of the development we've seen right across the pathway at Middlesex now. So from a first team point of view, we've been competitive in and around the top standings of the first division for a number of years now, but to see the development further down the pathway in the second 11 and the Super 9s as well, and the depth that now exists in Middlesex's pathway has been something really special to see. And I know that the hard work that Michael Wilson and Alex Hughes and various other coaches and part of our staff have put in to make that happen has been really huge. But we're in a really good place, and that strength from sort of lower down the pathway has kept helping us at the top end really push ourselves. The competition for places is really high, but that's really important. County cricket is now more competitive than ever. It's becoming harder and harder to win games of cricket as the level across all the squads in the country increases. So I think we're in a really good place, and really excited to get out there in 2024 with Middlesex.
You talk about the strength of the pathway, James. Is a lot of that success down to right at the very bottom of that pathway is the Super 1s hubs that we run across Middlesex. We've got a genuine kind of feeder into the talent pathway there for people with disabilities.
Yeah, and if you look at someone like Ben Mason, who entered the pathway in at Super 1s and has gone all the way on to represent the England Learning Disability squad in South Africa at the end of last year, I think that shows the importance of the pathway and the effect it can have. And we've had a number of players who have come right through that pathway now and have played in our first 11, who have played in the Disability Premier League, and now Ben's gone on to go right the way through from Super 1s to play for England. And yeah, that pathway is really there for players with a disability now, which is something that's really amazing to see.
Talking of the Disability Premier League, you featured in that yourself this year. You played in the winning side, Hawks. Picked up 3 wickets yourself in the final, so a very good tournament for you. I think you finished the tournament with 7 wickets. How important do you think it is that disability cricket is being given that showpiece event, that kind of final, if you like, within the schedule now?
Yeah, having that double header with England women last year, or the last 2 years, has been amazing for the game. And I think it has a really important place in terms of the growth of the sport, having the whole tournament streamed on the ECB's YouTube channel, and to see the investment they've made in that, and to have Sky Sports broadcasting the final live is a really big moment for the game, and potentially has the opportunity to inspire so many more people with a disability to show that cricket can really be a game for them. So it's been an amazing tournament to be a part of. It was great last year to be on the side that went on to win it, and to have played a small part in that is a really nice thing.
James, looking back ahead to that tour, your first time in India, of course, how much are you looking forward to the life experience, if you like, of travelling with the squad to another country?
Yeah, it's the first time I've had an opportunity to be on an international tour with England overseas, so it's something I'm really excited about. It's also a part of the world that I've never been to, so from a personal perspective, you're right, it's going to be a really amazing life experience. We've got 15 days out there. It's obviously culturally a very different part of the world, so but they really love their cricket, and it's going to be a really amazing experience to go out there to witness what India has to offer and to hopefully put in some good performances and bring a trophy home as well.
Last question back on the domestic front, James. Obviously, when you return from India, you'll be teaming back up with the Middlesex boys for your kind of winter training into pre-season. I know, speaking to Michael Wilson, who you mentioned earlier, he's very hopeful this year of securing some honours in the top flight of that disability structure. How about yourself as one of the senior pros? Are you filled with the same optimism, and what are your hopes for the year?
Yeah, we've probably been the most consistent side over the last sort of 3 or 4 years. We've been second for the last 3 years and been pipped to the title by a different side on each occasion. Certainly last year, where the weather unfortunately played quite a big part in us not getting the showdown game with Yorkshire that we were hoping for, and that game being abandoned led to them sort of nipping us to the title. We've got them up first, so there's a really exciting opportunity for us to go out there and hopefully right a wrong there, and to go on and win a trophy this year. We've worked really hard over the last few years. I genuinely believe we've got an unbelievable squad in place, and we've got the talent to do it. So hopefully this year will be the year we put all the pieces of the puzzle in place and we go on and win it.
Sounds like a good note to end. James, all the very best of luck to yourself and the rest of the group in India. Hope it goes well, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you before the season to talk more Middlesex disability.
Thanks, Bletch.